Hi, Boys and Girl Club members. How's everybody doing out there? Hopefully, everybody is safe and healthy. We all know that we're kind of in a pandemic of this whole COVID-19 crisis. So we all know that all the schools have been shut down till further notice. Start testing have been removed for some school districts. A lot of schools went through online courses. Just depends on what curriculum they implement on you guys. My name is Antonio Avila. I was a math tutor at Magoffin Middle School. I was there to help with their math stuff and implement ways to help them learn. So I learned that a lot of students learn by using competitive stuff or using reward systems. So I went back and looked of ways to kind of implement like math games, math stuff, right? Because I know that if I'm going to be here sitting with long lectures of trying to teach you guys prime numbers, let's say, or something math related, you guys will be bored to death. I know that a lot of students see this as like a long summer vacation, right? So all they want to do is play video games, watch Netflix, do their own stuff, right? That doesn't involve with school stuff. But let's not forget that we need to not forget all the stuff that we learned from school, and let's not stop learning, right? This is just kind of like a little pause into our kind of our usual life routine. But so I'm here. I'm trying to kind of find ways to make math fun. That involves you guys kind of using your math thinking. So I went back and kind of dug deep through my brain of some games that I learned from like when I was in middle school, elementary school. And there's this one game that stood out a lot, and it was called Donut Multiplication Run. And it was a really, really, really fun game, and I really, really enjoyed it. A lot of students enjoyed it as well, and it was really, really competitive. So it's really simple. There's you can find the kind of like the things that you need at home. All you need is something to write on. It can be paper. It can be if you have a whiteboard, it'll be even better. And a writing utensil can be like a marker or pencil. It doesn't matter. So depending on how many players that want to play this, each player needs to have their own writing paper or pencil and such. And this game, this is how it goes. So you can play from 1 to how many players, right? It just depends on how many writing utensils and paper you have for the players. And so this is how it goes. You just have to first draw 2 circles, one big circle and a smaller circle inside the big circle, just like a donut, just like this, right? It doesn't have to be perfect, it's fine. And then the next step is that you have to kind of do like a clock. So you write down 12, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Kind of like a clock. Just write it around here. So you start off by 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just like that. Just all around like the donut. Okay? So this is how it goes. So how we used to play it is someone yells out the number, right? They yell out a number between 1 through 12, right? So this involves multiplication. So I know that multiplication tables go 1 through 12 that teachers try to implement to their students. But you can go as far as you want. It just depends on what multiplication numbers you know. I know that some people know their 13s, their 14s, their 15s, and their 16s, and even like on and on and on. It just depends on what you know. And so it starts off like this. So you can either use a dice or someone to yell at the number or a number generator. So I usually do numbers 1 through 12, right? For middle schoolers, elementary schoolers, right? Because those are the usual numbers that they do. So so let's say I pick the number 2, right? So this is how you play. So you say 2. So you write down the number 2 right here in the middle, okay? So there's no kind of like way to do this. You can go your own pace or your own method. It's just a matter of you finishing the fastest, right? Like if you're fast enough, if you're faster than your other competitors, then you win. Or if you're playing by yourself, right? The fastest time, right? That you time yourself, it's even better. So this is how it goes. So you write the number right here in the middle, right, and then you start off. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna probably go clockwise, right? There's no order to this. So you start off like this. So you do 2 times 1 is 2, right? 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8, right? 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 7 is 14, and so on, right? And so on, so on, so on, and so on, right? So you finish by filling out everything around, right, the donut, and you say you're done, and you're just done, okay? And if you're playing with other players, right, say you're playing with another player, right, the first one to finish wins that round. So yeah, so it's very, really competitive, and you can play this with like your parents, right, or your siblings at home, right, people that know their multiplication, right? And I know that right, you can even play with your parents. I know for a fact that with me, like, I knew my multiplications right off the bat when I was like in 4th grade, 5th grade, and 6th grade. But when time went on, right, I started to forget some stuff, and I started using the calculator, and yeah, so don't feel like if you're going against someone older than you, you have a less chance to win. That's not the case, because people who are older, right, they probably forgot their multiplication tables. But also don't play with people who are younger or really, really young, right? That still don't know, like really, really young siblings. But also you can probably show them, right? You can be their teacher as well. So yeah, so this is how you play. It's called a donut multiplication run, and it's really, really competitive, and it's really, really easy to set up and fun. And I know that that you guys would really enjoy this at home, because you just need a little bit of stuff, just something to write on, writing utensil, and that's it. And just some competitors, or if you're playing by yourself, a timer. And yeah, so this is I believe this is a really cool, fun game for you guys to do at home. And yeah, this concludes the donut multiplication run, and hopefully everybody's doing just fine and enjoy your rest of the quarantine. Thank you.